Welcome. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at these Aluan Meteor Shower Rain Christmas lights. So these were provided to me by the distributor, but they're not compensating me for this video and they're not reviewing it before I post it. If you find this video helpful and you want to purchase some of these, I'll put a link to them in the description on Amazon. If you use that link, it helps me out a little bit and doesn't cost you anything extra. So if we look on the side, we have some specs. Input is 120 volts, 60 hertz at 0.22 amps. Output is 7 volts at 957 milliamps, 6 watts. Tube length is 40 centimeters. Number of tubes is 20. Number of LEDs is 720. Then we have package size there. Okay, so let's get this open. Here's the power supply. They're a little tight in there, but I got them out pretty easy. So these are around 30 foot long. I think it's a little over maybe 31 feet. And then the power cord is 10 feet or so. So this has a waterproof fitting here for the transformer. So you want to line it up. We'll press it in like so. And then we'll tighten this down. So the waterproof rating on this is IP55. So even though this is all waterproof, have the ring in there, you do still need to make sure your outlet is protected. So like if you have a weatherproof outlet to plug it into or something. So I'll tighten that on there. Now on the other end, there is a connector here, or a cap and a connector. And you can hook two of these together. But they don't recommend connecting more than two. So let me get a couple of these separated out here. Now these can get kind of tangled up like Christmas lights do, but I don't feel like they're any worse than other Christmas lights. And if you compare them to traditional like icicle lights, I feel these are a lot easier to manage because these don't get intertwined with each other because they're in tubes. So let's look at the tube here. So these are 16 inches long. And you can see there's a chip in there, and then we have LEDs there. And the LEDs are on the front and back. Now the distance between these, I'm getting about 19 inches. So that could vary a little bit, but that's the rough dimensions. So let's plug these in. So the power on this is jumping around depending upon the animation, but it's around 2.5 to 3.5 watts or so. It's incredibly energy efficient. So let me shut the lights off. So here you can see the lights. So they have this kind of rain effect on them. Now this does not have a controller box. You can't change these. It just has its set pattern that it goes into. So this is kind of like a shooting star rain kind of icicle effect. It's really cool. So I'm going to go install these on my house. I do want to give a little tip here. I'm going to be installing these on a peak, and I want the middle of the strand at the top of the peak. So when I find the middle, this isn't the middle, but when I find that middle, I like to take a zip tie and I'll put it around there and I'll tighten it really tight and cut the end off. So then when I install it, and then when I take it down and install it again next year, I can easily find that center instead of counting it out each time and then losing its place. So you could do that for other things too, like if you want the right or left side at a certain location, is you can mark it with that. You could also use tape, but I do like a zip tie. It's very durable and will last a long time. So I'm going to head outside. I'm not going to film installing these. It's very cold right now, but I'll show after they're up and then we'll take a look at them at night. Okay, so I have the lights installed on the peak of my garage here. So I have that zip tie in the middle. So I have 10 tubes on each side and they come down here. Now these are a little long. So I have 2 tubes hanging down below here. I could have wrapped them around the house. I decided to just let them hang here. So the tubes don't all hang straight down. Now when the sun hits them, they might relax a little bit, but I kind of like the organic look of it. So aside from putting them on peaks, you could put them under your gutters. You could wrap these around a tree. I think they would look really nice. There are many options for mounting these. Okay, so I'll come back at night so we can take a look at these in the dark. Okay, so I'm out here at night now, and you can see that rain effect. So it's like dripping light. Let me get a little closer over here. So it's a really cool effect. And here you can see a single bar. So those are the Aluan Meteor Shower Rain Christmas lights. That's all I'm going to cover in this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate it if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.